How to get a perfect credit score? Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more. Is it possible to get a perfect credit score? Getting a perfect credit score is a notable financial goal. Today, you'll learn what you can do to improve your credit score and what it takes to get a perfect 850 FICO score. Though rare, it is possible to get a perfect score, but it can be a challenge to maintain. The good news is that you don't need a perfect credit score to reap the benefits of having great credit. Let's see what a perfect credit score looks like, why having excellent credit is deemed by experts as good enough, and what you can do to improve your credit score. First, is it possible to get an 850 credit score? Yes. An Experian study found that as of 2019, 1.2% of all credit-holding Americans had a FICO score of 850. A perfect score generally requires years of exemplary financial behavior, like making on-time payments, keeping a low credit utilization ratio, and maintaining a long history of credit accounts. A wide credit mix and only a few hard credit checks also play a role in boosting your credit score. What do perfect credit score holders have in common? It might be surprising to know that people with perfect credit scores do in fact use credit, take out loans, and carry debt. The distinguishing factor is how they manage their debt. One study found that Americans with perfect FICO credit scores tend to have more credit products in their name but carry less debt than those with average, yet still good, FICO scores. Specifically, perfect scorers had an average of 6.4 credit cards, but only about $3,000 in debt compared to the national averages of 3.8 credit cards and roughly $6,500 in debt. One thing to note is a perfect credit score might not offer any extra benefits. Though a perfect 850 credit score is a commendable goal, experts suggest good to excellent credit is typically high enough to ensure your chances of getting approved for credit cards, loans, and mortgages with better interest rates and loan terms. Still, the higher your credit score, the better your chances of locking in lower interest rates, with one caveat. Lenders generally don't distinguish between a score of 800 and 850. Here are some tips to perfect your credit score. Pay your credit card bills often. Instead of paying your statement once a month, some 800 Club members make credit card payments weekly to avoid carrying a balance. Keep a solid payment history. Always pay on time and never miss a payment. Your payment history makes up 35% of your FICO score. Consider your credit mix. Credit score companies like to see a wide variety of credit sources, like multiple loans and credit cards. But it doesn't make sense, of course, to take on new loans if you can't pay them back. And it's not wise to avoid paying down debt just to keep the variety. Credit mix makes up only 10% of your score, and in the run of a long life, good financial habits are likely more important than hitting 850. Increase your credit limit. The higher your credit limit, the easier it can be to maintain a lower credit utilization ratio, which can have a better impact on your credit score. To increase your credit limit, you can apply for a new credit card or ask for an increase. But as with the prior bullet point, be sure your finances can handle the increased limit. It's more important to spend responsibly. Don't close old accounts. If you can help it, keep old accounts open. One person with an 850 credit score noted his oldest account is over 30 years old, greatly increasing his length of credit history, which makes up 15% of your credit score. Regularly monitor your credit report. Check your credit report often, keeping an eye out for any errors that could be decreasing your score. Unauthorized hard inquiries, for instance, can cause score dips and signify fraud. Only apply for credit when you really need it. Every time you apply for a new credit account, the credit issuer will make a hard inquiry. Since hard inquiries will drop your score a few points, try to apply for credit only when you really need it. That's all for today's video. For more, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon.